These two players are standing. Gusto, at no point are you aware that there could be danger back there. We suck at defending. I just want to just start there in case so people don't understand. We stink at defending. And I'm going to break down and hopefully, please, if you're a Chelsea fan, please send this over to Mascara. I hope Mascara sees this and realizes that yes, goals win games, but if you concede too many goals, you know that you have a greater chance of losing than winning. So, our friend here, Chalobah, I think he's going to be a very key guy here. So I don't know whether this is Veltman here. So at this moment in time, who is the danger man? You say it's. I think this is João Pedro. Is this Brighton man here? So here's my thing here, guys. Can you already see what's wrong with this picture? This man is free. Who are you marking? Who are you marking? You have two Chelsea players next to each other. You know that this ball is going to go past and it's going to be crossed in. You have two guys standing next to each other, shoulder to shoulder. Hey. Not marking anybody. Wouldn't you realize? Because he has him. That's cool. So between the two of you, not one of you is at least trying to step back and see what's up. Because what I want to know is, what are you trying to do? Because if you're trying to stop the cross here, then you should already be running towards it. But my thing is, you already know that the cross is going to come in. And you know that you're not going to stop that cross from coming in. So the smarter thing to do is, rather than try to stop the cross from coming in, get into a defensive structure. And that's going to be the theme here. Defensive structure. This should be second nature for so-called top-tier players. Get into a defensive structure. But maybe in the next phase that we see, maybe they realize this and they actually manage to mark João Pedro. So let's see what happens in the next phase. So he's about to cross. So guys, no. Again, let's tweedledee and tweedledum. So you've neither tried to close him down, nor are you going into a defensive shape here. He has his man. Gusto has his man. I believe that's Cole who has his man. Gusto has his man. Chalobah, again, we'll get to Chalobah afterwards, because this is on Chalobah and someone else. See, for Chalobah, this is basically defending, judging the height of the ball. And you have to position yourself where you just know where you know where the height of the ball is, so the ball doesn't go over you. But Chalobah should be aware that you best either win that header, or if you know you're not going to win that header, track back and make it difficult for him to win the header. But again, what are these two clowns doing? You're not trying to close him down, and you're not even going back to help him, because if one of these guys as a body just went there to mark João Pedro, it makes his header even much more difficult. As of right now, Pedro now knows that if this ball comes through, I'm in. But João Pedro is like, look, of course Chalobah is going to get it, because Chalobah will judge the flight of the ball and he'll get it, surely. Chalobah stood there. So can you now see these two guys again? These two players are standing. They're standing. So Chalobah, so there are two mistakes here. Chalobah horribly misjudging the heights of the ball and the flight of the ball, allowing it to go over him. And these two Chelsea bozo players who, you're not trying to close down the crosser, you're not marking anybody. So literally, in a defensive phase, you're not doing anything. In a defensive phase, you have to be doing something. Either you're marking someone, you're closing someone down, or you are in a defensive phase. So you're either man-to-man, you're either zonal, or you're closing down someone. So you're neither doing any of those three key things that you should be doing in a defensive phase. Total break. And look at that. Guys, check this out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Brighton players in the box. We have one. Basically, look at where these 4 Brighton players are and look at these 2. So you only have really pretty much 2, maybe 3 Chelsea players next to these 4 attacking Brighton players. And you have 1, 2, 3. That's Cucurella. Look at where Cucurella is. And look at where these guys are who, for several of those phases, stood there doing nothing. This is horrendous defensive organization and horrendous defensive training. But we move. Here, Mitoma here is free. Now, Caicedo obviously falls down. So you can't blame Caicedo. He tries to close the ball and he falls down. Now, I can't really blame these guys here. This is, basically, they taught us this when we were young in school. Ball watching. Never ball watch, specifically when you're a defender. You have to, obviously you have to watch the ball, but as well as watching the ball, you have to be aware of your surroundings, specifically defensively. Gusto, at no point are you aware that there could be danger back there. Gusto's eyes are completely on the ball. He's covered. He's covered. He's not a threat. The only threat here is Mitoma, who is completely free. Do you know, Gusto is literally standing still, watching there. And shout out to the Brighton player. He knows that, oh my God, the easy pass to play is that pass over to Mitoma. Because Mitoma is completely free and you have these guys standing still. And again, all of these guys are doing are just all ball watching. And this is why we need a defender. Great defenders. Look at like a Van Dijk. You look at a Bastoni. These great defenders, a Bastoni, a Van Dijk. They are constantly looking. They watch the ball, but they're looking. Where's the danger? Is there a guy at the side of me who's at my blind spot? You're constantly looking at your blind spot. Because the great defenders, they've got high IQ. And the high IQ is, where is the ball? Where is the danger closest to me? And let me ensure that the danger closest to me is crazy. So at no point do people realize that this dude is free. This dude is free. What is Gusto doing? That ball goes over. Mitoma is like, oh my gosh, I'm free. And Gusto is like, huh? Boom. And you can see guys are now all, and the reaction time is horrible. But here's the thing. If they had better understanding, you don't need to have that crazy reaction time. Because if you are aware of your surroundings, somebody would already be here. But look at the amount of space that Mitoma has. As long as that ball is timed well and passed well to him, it's over. Because the positioning of Chelsea defensively is horrible. Oh, guys, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5 Chelsea players around there. Look at the amount of space. I know this bozo isn't going to save a 1v1. But the biggest culprit here is Gusto, who, as a defender, at no point were you aware of your surroundings, aware of your blind spots. And the biggest crime that a defender can do is ball watch. That is the biggest crime you can do. Because what is ball watching? Ball watching is where you are 100% focused on the ball. The only time you ball watch is when you are in a 1v1 ISO situation with the player. But if you're not in an ISO situation and the other defenders around you, you cannot ball watch. You have to be aware of where the ball is and you have to be aware of your surroundings, your blind spots. By Gusto ball watching, not aware of his blind spots, it allowed Mitoma to be free and through. Who is teaching defense to freaking Chelsea? If we don't have these basics of defending, we are screwed. Who the hell is teaching defense? Do we need to bring back Desai? Do we need to bring back Cavalli to these guys? The heck? I want to win a freaking treble and we can't win a treble with this kind of defense.